day. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here's Carter now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
He was taken down.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 16 carries, 82 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to come with these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On play action, Wentz. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is
under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Bengals.
Mixon with it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Mixon, ball carrier.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them.
Yeah, better against man than zone.
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone.
That's my charge in the bag. You had your charges. Yeah, I didn't take yours.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And coming down 3rd and 5 following the
No, I got that charger from over here. That's my charger from when I'm sitting here. No, you only had the one part, Kara. Kara, give me that. I had this right here. That's the charger that was right there.
Where's my charger?
You had it in your hand. I didn't take yours because you didn't have the part for it. She didn't have that part on it. So I took mine that I keep right here.
It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards to pick up there. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
The 5-yard line.
Now Wentz again. To the goal line, but it's
cannot throw a pass.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
First carry out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Wentz.
Look at this.
My goodness, this is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying,
under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Colt offense and T.Y. Hilton making their way back out. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal, getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the run.
That was good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
They'll let Taylor try and run. They'll try and run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now Joe Mixon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it and off it in order to get maximum.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
And there's Geno Atkins applying the pressure again from his defensive tackle position. I know a lot of people talked about the down year he had in 2019 with only 4.5 sacks. That was his lowest sack total since 2014. But the respect he gets around the league, he hasn't missed a Pro Bowl in his last 6 seasons. Remember, he gets doubled and tripled on almost every snap.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Again, it's Wentz. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because it's back in the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Colts pick it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
They'll let Taylor try and run, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try, and it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do with a 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Campbell making the catch. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton as the first half is winding down. And the Colts add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So we've come to halftime, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Bengals 7.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this carries into the end zone.
Isaiah Rodgers.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
1-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time. His big game continues. Already has his 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Campbell. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. On the draw is Taylor. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he takes this one in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts just continue to pour it on.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
They'll let Taylor try and run. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Cincinnati.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, Mike, 58, right there.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And caught, right side, Green. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. And Burrow going to throw again. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
Burrow's pass. Complete to C.J. Uzomah.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Burrow throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5-yard.